I'm Bill Robertson, Cotton Extension Agronomist with the University of Arkansas System, Division of Ag, Cooperative Extension Service, and I'm based in Newport, Arkansas. As we roll into the 2022 season, it's probably the first thing on a producer's mind are the varieties they're going to plant. And a lot of people have already booked their seed, but there are a lot of decisions that have yet to be made on the varieties that they plant. And so, as we roll into the planting season, looking at data, Arkansas, Dr. Fred Borland does the official variety test, the OVT, and that publication's online with arkansasvarietytesting.com. And in that publication is also the county variety testing program. So the information from those tests are in there, and they're pretty complementary to one another. The top varieties, the varieties that looked really good in Dr. Borland's test really look good in the county test too. So that gives you a good solid background on picking a slate of varieties. But then as we get into the field, a lot of times if we can get a planter in the field the 20th to 25th of April, we'll have planters running statewide. So, a lot of times we want to plant our fuller maturing, our later maturing varieties first, but we also need to consider planting some of our early maturing varieties on the front end, because we need to have a place to put a picker in the field, say the middle of September. Because if we can get a picker running in the middle of September and keep it running, then we can put a lot of acres on a picker and still meet our target of harvest completion by November 1. So picking the varieties that work good for us, getting them planted when we have temperatures to get them up. Because if we have good heat units 5 days after we plant, then we can get cotton up, and a lot of times we can roll cotton in 4 or 5 days. When it takes when it takes 10 days to 2 weeks to come up, then we've lost yield potential. And so staying on top of things, the old saying, the difference between a great cotton farmer and a good cotton farmer is about 2 days. So I know a lot of people that watch the farmer that everybody considers the great farmer, and you do exactly the same thing they do, but you're about 2 days late, then you're not going to have the great yields. You'll have pretty good yields, but you won't have the great yields. So timing is everything all the way through the season. And then, there's things that we can do to watch the maturity of the plant to determine when it cuts out. And then we've got research-based information and decision guides based on heat units beyond that point in time, so that we can terminate our inputs without sacrificing yield and quality. And so getting it in and getting it out, optimizing our yield, and doing it as cheap as we can. It's sometimes easier said than done, because how many times do things look like the picture in the book? We start with plan A and there's no telling what plan we're on by the end of the year. But just watching the plant will tell us a lot of things, but just trying to get out of it as quick as we can to promote earliness and keep yields high and watch our expenses is going to be, I think it's going to be key.